It's just another expiration Friday. Whoa, whoa. Checking on my trades, yeah. Hoping to find a pile of money. Friday, April 5th. 4 days. It's 4 days until your birthday, Bart. Yes, it is. 4 days until I add another digit to the age column. But how old would you be if you didn't know your age? I don't know, 16. Thanks for checking in on this Friday. Currently, the sun is out here in the rain fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. Had a bunch of rain the past few days, and it looks like it's going to continue. But I wanted to give an update before the end of the week because I just have not been recording enough videos. I miss you. I ain't missing you at all. You just said you miss me. I do. So we're under all-time highs, but not too far off. It's been a interesting week as far as this particular portfolio is concerned. Google been playing with our emotions. Tesla's been playing with our emotions, etc. Got out too early. Gold, silver, oil. Kick myself. I will kick you. I really don't. I always look at it as, well, whatever. It's a reset. Move on. You captured profit and live to trade another day. So right now we're at 1989. In the portfolio, we've gotten very conservative, sitting on almost 1.5 million in cash in the account, collecting 5%. Nothing wrong with that. Reasons for my conservative nature is that the charts, according to the crystal ball and the chartists out there, those that subscribe to the Elliott wave theory, a contingency of this group feels that the long-term chart is set up for a pretty big retracement, little drawdown this year. When will that be, Bart? I keep checking the crystal ball and the magic 8 ball. Can't find the date on that, but it could be as soon as Monday and as late as the end of the year. Some of the factors that contribute to my feelings. One is obviously our government. It's hard to see the light of day when your head is right up there. Our government keeps doing things that just have me scratching my head, shaking my head. You can't forgive student loan debt. Who pays for that? Is that me and you? Yes, it is. How much money should we send to Ukraine? The Ukrainians don't even like us. Then we held Russia's money hostage. What did they do? We'll just stop trading in the dollar. Wait a minute. That's scary when you look into it. So now the ruble, is it the ruble? Is that what it's called? The rupee? I don't know. The Russian money is gold-based, which all money should be, but it's not. So some of that, I think, has contributed to the rise in the gold demand, which, of course, increases gold price. But look at some of these things. 401k hardship withdrawals surged to another record high as high inflation stings. We've all felt it. You know, I was just at the grocery store today, and I spent $8 on a little package of bacon. So my sweetheart could make, what did she make? She made Portobello BLTs. Hello. I got a picture of it because it looks so amazing. Share that with you whenever I figure out how to upload pictures. Auto loan rejection rates are at a record high. That's not a headline we want to see either, right? Because we have to think, well, why is that? One, of course, is interest rates. What's the other? Well, we know personal debt is at all-time highs. We know credit card and auto loan delinquencies continue rising, notably among younger borrowers. You darn millennials, better start paying. Go over to X, check out the layoffs tracker. Hey, Dodgers and Cubs live. If you know the score, don't tell me. I'll be watching that soon enough. Apple lays off 614 employees. Pharma lays off 70% of their workforce. Yumly lays off 100% of their workforce. That's a lot. It's a lot of layoffs. Sega lays off 240 employees. Amazon Ads lays off 160 employees. TransUnion in Chicago lays off 640 employees. Dell lays off 6,000 employees out of Austin, Texas. Canadian Goose lays off 17% of their workforce. Stellantis lays off 400 employees. Ericsson lays off 1,200 employees. And the hits keep coming, even though wasn't the jobs report very amazing this morning? Yeah. Non-farm payroll just north of 300,000 when the prediction was 200,000. So that's 50% above. Shouldn't that be good news? I don't know. Do you believe that? I don't believe these numbers anymore, especially when you pay attention to them. And then a couple weeks later, they revise the numbers. And guess what? They revise them down lower every single time. And what are these jobs? Most of them part-time, most of them minimum wage. I just ran through dozens of companies' layoffs, and those are companies that pay real wages, correct? So it's got me on my toes. Has me a little conservative. What I am bullish about right now is still gold and silver and miners. Here's the GLD, Gold Spider. I mean, look what it's done. It meandered, and then rocket ship right up here. So currently, I don't know if I've missed an opportunity to get back in. I'm going to get in regardless, but I'm just going to be patient for the next couple of days max. Try to get this number back under 210. Then I'm going to be involving myself in the GLD. Same with the SLV, which is the Silver iShares. Look what they've done. Meander. Rocket ship. So I'm looking for a 24 handle and maybe 23 handle, maybe high 23s. I think we are due a little bit of a pullback in silver and gold. Gold, though, might just be continuing. It might be in the third wave, a strong third wave up. So I may have missed it. I may have made a huge mistake by getting out when I did, because I had some really good positions in gold and silver, but I got conservative, locked in my profits, and have missed out on substantial moves since then. But I feel strongly in all of 2024 for silver and gold and miners. Speaking of miners, this is the GDX Gold Miners ETF, and look what they've done. Just absolute rocket ship. All the way up to nearly 34, and I'm going to try to catch a 32 and change handle to get back in. Could be lower. If it does make it have a healthy pullback, it could be into the 32s, maybe 31. I'll be watching the pullback very carefully for an aggressive re-entry. Alcoa, I should have just held it. I mean, my first tranche of Alcoa, I was in at 25 and change. Then I think the second tranche, I was in at 27 and change, and now look where it's trading. I've missed the majority of this move up. Made some money in Alcoa, made some money in GDX, made some money in gold, made some money in silver, but I've left some money on the table as well. I'll just look for the next move, the next reentry. So those are where I am most bullish at the moment. I thought I had a chart nailed yesterday on a Norwegian cruise line. Really? Where'd that come from? Some of my chartist friends were talking about it. I looked at it carefully, looked like an opportunity, and I swear to you, I don't know if you were watching the market yesterday afternoon, but it was almost timed imperfectly or at the worst possible time for me to get involved in the moment with Norwegian Cruise Line. But I bought at, let's look, I think I bought at 1970 and it's currently at 1880. Yeah, I bought it 1973, 1,000 shares, and it looked like the chart was just screaming going to 24, 25. So I put in 1,000 shares and I'm down almost $900. But that's what happens, because what would I be involved in a cruise line if I think we're going into a recession? It's just those moments of stupidity that happen when you're trying to sit and be patient and you're like, I need to do something. So I'm still feel confident that we can get into the profit on Norwegian by the end of next week, but we'll be watching it carefully, because if I make a prediction today, let's just pull up SPX here. SP and an X on the barchart.com. Let's go to, what do we got? The 3-month up, which should be just straight up, and you see there it is. Let's go to 5-day. 5-day, we see where we had see, that's where I got in. I was like getting involved in Norwegian around here, and then the market just tanked on me. We've captured a nice percentage of it back. But what do I see going, if I was to make a prediction, would be we're going to have a sell-off before the closing bell today. Not a big one, just it'll be a bit of a sell-off, or it'll be a pretty decent sell-off on Monday before. Now, according to what that retracement does, that pullback does, we should then be set up to go to 5,300. But if it gets aggressive, and we mentioned it the other day, if the retracement pierces the 5,100, then we have to be really fearful and conservative as to where is the direction. Did we put in a local top or did we put in a major top? I still feel like the odds are with us to go to 53, maybe 53.50 on the SPX. But we'll be watching it. Short-term guesses would be that we'll have a red day on Monday according to the chart, which will be healthy. Should be a healthy pullback. So that's what I'm working with. Let's see what our totals are. Yeah, we're still just meandering under where we want to be. I thought we were going to be pressing up against 2 million by the end of this week, and I'm way off, as you see. So that's what's happening. You see what's going on my mind, my janky brain, and my feelings for gold and silver. Take a close look at it. Watch some YouTube videos. Do some research. I think you might like what you see. But I know this. My sweet lady friend, kid one and wife one, are heading down to Purdue. Boiler up. They're heading down to Purdue in the morning to see kid two. And kid three has some big plans this weekend. So I think it's just going to be me and Stella Bella, the toddler Shih Tzu. She'll be 1 year old middle of next month. So we'll probably just be hanging out, watching the Cubs, watching the Final Four. We got some Formula One Grand Prix action this weekend. So don't tell my wife who's sitting next to me, but we're probably still going to have fun, right, Stella? She nodded her head with a bone in her mouth. Looked like a cigar. So have a great weekend. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you in the next video.